Good morning, India. Welcome to News This Week on Spirits TV. I am Shalini Kumar with the latest updates from the world of alcoholic beverages and hospitality. Here are some policy related stories coming from different states. The Central Armed Police Forces guarding borders are all set to sell liquor online to their 8 lakh odd staff with no cap on the quota. According to reports, border guarding forces such as the CRPF, SSB and BSF are ready with their standards of procedure to implement the system and have started the trial run as well. Initially, Jawans can get alcohol online. Later, all Central Armed Forces staff members will have access to buy liquor online from other canteens of the forces once the system is centralized. The ITBP launched this system 12 months ago and has been using it since then. The system is at the last stage of the launch after the Ministry of Home Affairs issued a letter this year in March to all forces asking them to start it soon. The Delhi government has fixed the maximum retail price of 505 liquor brands under its new excise policy. The government has so far registered 516 brands of alcohol and set the MRP for 505 brands. The 505 brands include 166 brands of whiskey, 154 of wine, 65 of beer and 55 of vodka as per the reports. Under Delhi's new excise policy, 849 swanky liquor stores are being set up in 32 areas across the city. A retail licensee will have 27 liquor stores per zone. However, the Delhi government has recently informed the Delhi HC that it has registered 489 alcoholic beverage brands and fixed the maximum retail price for them till 30th November 2021. It is an example how prohibition in Bihar is being blatantly flouted. Recently, liquor bottles were found in the premises of Bihar's Legislative Assembly. It sparked intense protest by opposition parties in a liquor prohibited state. After opposition protest, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar said that he will immediately order an inquiry into the incident and take strict action against those responsible for the act. Nitish Kumar said that this is extremely bad and cannot be tolerated. This new development has come as a fresh embarrassment to the Nitish Kumar government, which had already been drawing flack over huge tragedies that have claimed more than 40 lives. Let's move to few legal stories. An inspection report has been sought by the Delhi High Court from the Delhi government in response to a petition filed by a liquor vendor seeking police protection to run his business operations in the face of demonstrations and sloganeering by residents. The liquor vendor said in his petition that it holds the license for 5 premises, but some people claiming to be residing in the neighborhood were coming in the way of doing his business by holding so-called protests. Justice Rekha Patil observed that any license for opening a liquor van has to be given after a site inspection is being carried out, and police protection ought to extend to those operating liquor van legally. Paua or quarter is well known amongst the liquor lovers and same mentioned before the Delhi High Court as a ground for challenging Delhi government's new excise policy. One of the pleas claimed the new policy will pinch the poor badly as it does away with the need for an outlet to keep quarter or 180 ml bottles of various types of alcohol. The petitioners advocate contended before a bench of Chief Justice D.N. Patel and Justice Jyoti Singh that a pawa or quarter has its own benefits for the public, especially the urban poor. It can be consumed quickly, can be kept hidden from the family, and it is cheap. But now, the liquor outlets will have only profit as the motive and would have no motivation to keep the quarter available for a poor rickshaw puller when they can sell a more expensive full bottle. For the record, Delhi government has clarified that liquor will be available in every size and shape as it was available earlier. Spritz Achievers Awards and Conclave brings esteemed panels of industry think tanks to discuss, debate and deliberate on critical issues facing the industry. Please register yourself and attend the session to listen to the stalwarts of the industry. Let's have a look on what's happening on the bilateral negotiation. India and Australia are on the track to have an early harvest trade agreement before the end of this year, which is expected to include market access for Australian wines and better mobility for working professionals and students, said Tony Abbott, Special Trade Envoy of the Prime Minister of Australia. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal and Australia's Trade Minister Den Tehan had officially launched negotiations for a free trade agreement between the two countries in October, which is targeted at concluding an early harvest agreement by the end of 2021 and a comprehensive economic cooperation agreement by 2022. Now, let's move on to some interesting stories from across the world. Myanmar Brewery Company, which once manufactured the best-selling beer brands in Myanmar, is to be dissolved. The company is a joint venture between Japanese beverage giant Kirin and the military-owned conglomerate Myanmar Economic Holdings Public Company Limited. On November 19, an application was moved into the court to dissolve the joint venture. Belfast City Council granted the planning approval to the Titanic distillers to convert the historic Titanic pump house into a new whiskey distillery and world-class tourist attraction. A listed building in the heart of Belfast's Titanic Quarter, the pump house, along with its neighbouring dry dock, first opened in 1911 and is the world's only authentic Titanic landmark. The brewery True Colors, which hires active gang members in an attempt to curb street crime, has released its first beer after huge setbacks. The Wilmington Brewery in North Carolina, which was founded in 2017 with 80% of employees being gang members, has reportedly tackled delays such as Hurricane Ida, the pandemic and staff killings since its launch. True Colors has gained assistance from brewing giant Miller Coors, which reportedly invested in the company at the start of 2021 and helped the team through the knock-on effects of the pandemic. The Scotch Whisky Association has announced that Mark Kent, former British ambassador to Argentina, will succeed Karen Bates as chief executive. Mark joins the SWA following more than 3 decades with the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Most recently, he served as ambassador to Argentina from 2016 to June 2021. He also served as the ambassador to Thailand and Vietnam, as well as roles at British embassies in Mexico City, Brasilia and the UK representation to the European Union. Mark Kent, who will take up the position in January 2022, will take over from Karen Bates, who leaves the SWA in December 2021 to take over as chief executive at the Food and Drink Federation. Timing it perfectly with the onset of festive season and with an objective to rekindle the spirit of duty-free shopping, Mumbai Duty Free relaunched its flagship campaign titled Mumbai Duty Free is Now Free in a bigger and grander manner and with a new digital spin. The evolved campaign aims to please MDF customers with exclusive deals and attractive discounts from partner brands while having minimal contact. For the campaign, MDF partnered with popular downtown players across e-commerce, lifestyle, hospitality, personal care, travel and tourism and more. All customers spending 5,000 rupees and above at Mumbai Duty Free stores are eligible to receive a Mumbai Duty Free is Now Free gift card containing a barcode. ADS Spirits whiskey brand Royal Green has achieved an enviable milestone with record-breaking sales of 10 million cases. This new achievement marks a huge success in the history of the homegrown brand. ADS Spirits launched Royal Green in 2015. It was initially launched in Delhi and Haryana. Subsequently, the product has flowed to other geographies in India. It is regarded as a pan-India product and the product also has its presence in certain global markets. To celebrate this milestone, ADS Spirits has announced a celebratory campaign with a special commemorative pack bundled with exciting consumer rewards. Diageo's Black Dog has announced international superstar Keira Knightley to the face of its Savor the Pause campaign in India. Diageo will launch a creative campaign with Keira to establish the significance of balance between the constant chase and occasional pause for the next generation young achievers. She is seen taking a momentary pause as she comes across a mirrored door, beckoning her to a world that helps her savor the pace and its fruits. As the actor walks into this space of pause, she finds a harmonious balance. Surrounded by her friends and dear ones, delivering a strong message, the pace never ends. Savor the pause. Let's look at some new investments, acquisition and partnership stories. Indian drinks company Jade Forest has raised $1 million in early stage investments for its geographical and product portfolio expansion. The investment platform, led by Mumbai Angels Network, will reportedly be used to further scale the business, while its line of low sugar, non-alcoholic products such as premium tonic water, ginger ale and club soda infused with spices, herbs and fruits is set to capture the attention of young drinkers. Jade Forest, which was launched in August 2019, initially raised $250,000 last year. Parsons Packaging Limited has acquired folding carton manufacturer and Alcobev packaging specialist Manohar Packaging. The combined entity is expected to have revenue of around 1,500 crore rupees in financial year 2022. Manohar Packaging is one of the producers of carton packaging and an industry leader in India's alcoholic beverage space. Following the acquisition, Aditya Patwardhan, CEO Manohar Packaging, will continue to be a part of the management team. In April, private equity fund Warburg Pincus acquired 80% stake in Parsons Packaging Limited, India's largest independent folding carton manufacturer, at a valuation of 2,300 crore rupees. FC Goa announced that Oak Smith Gold will be back as the club's associate sponsor after the two brands agreed on a new 3-year deal. The new deal will see Oak Smith Gold be associated with the club till the summer of 2024. As part of the new partnership, the Oak Smith Gold logo will appear on all FC Goa match day shirts at the right chest position. Additionally, Oak Smith Gold will be partnered in producing some of the most engaging digital content pieces on the FC Goa social media channels. The sponsorship grants Oak Smith Gold rights to use the FC Goa marks and player images in advertising in key markets throughout India. There is always a feel-good factor to share the new launches. Spirits retailer The Whisky Exchange has released its annual Black Friday Scotch whisky bottling, a 22-year-old single malt. Just 1,800 bottles are available, priced at £110. For the past 5 years, the Whisky Exchange has created a mystery bottling for Black Friday. This year's limited edition Speyside Whisky was released online. Last year's expression sold out within 2 hours of its launch. 8th Spirits Achievers Awards are ready to rock with colorful and inspiring series of events in the presence of Alcobev, hospitality and lifestyle brands. The event will be attended by top industry leaders, corporate leaders and dignitaries, professionals and invitees from all walks of life. Stay connected with us on our social media platforms to get details about a vibrant day of Spirits Achievers Awards and Conclave. You can watch all our ThinkPad sessions live on Spirits TV. With this, I wrap up today's edition and I will come back with new updates next Friday. Don't go anywhere. Till then, stay safe and say cheers with care.